BBL
Thank you for the
out.
prime
Yeah,
usage, mate.
it's worth saying
Okay,
that
BBL
the
on
same
attack.
thing
We've got
happened
Giants on
yesterday. They had
defense.
a poor start on their own map choice, managed to come back. But I do feel like that
Slimmetry, hello, hello.
for GX is going to be a
Slimmetry, do you just come into the chat and the first thing you do is Isaac?
We've seen the level that this team can perform at already.
It's unhinged, man.
Both teams are seemingly starting out on, at least in their last results, their favoured side of the map. We'll see if that can play into BBL's hands. Getting that defensive
Hello,
side
Banzi,
started.
how are we doing?
A lot of the pressure initially is going to be put onto Yumpy, waiting on that B side, but look at the rotation already. The defensive side have a good read.
Yeah, players a little bit far behind if this initial fight is taken and Magnum's already dropped. Now here come the reinforcements. Net already landing. They can't really punish on the back of that.
What the hell? How's he allowed to...
Net's taken out and an immediate dive towards Yumpy. Full control for GX. They finally lose a fight, but Prophet falls immediately. And Levin's flank now, it will amount to nothing. Even if he finds the first.
3-0 on the pistols, right?
No, he's there. And Westside. It's such a menace to play against for BBL in map 1. It'll be no difference here.
Yeah, it started off strong with the opener.
They lost with the stack on site. Dude, an EG shirt? What the hell?
Pick up the pace so rapidly.
This is the old one, man. The new one is.
Sure, attempted sort of like gamble plays from Yumpy, looking to try and get it off the utility, but you almost wonder if it was worth just trying to buy a little bit of extra time just to let Levin get into a position. That's how we do it, boys. We stay calm and they execute. Instead, though, GX are going to win themselves.
Very nice. Okay, they go up against an Eco who gets to try and get their ult a little bit closer. Johnny Bravo Admirer, thank you so much for the 6 months.
The fundamentals there
will be a top 4 in champs. Top 4 in champs at the moment is... Man, where on earth do you put heretics these days? Paper X. Okay, Paper X, T1, G2, Liquid.
Not going to haunt them too much. And it sort of makes me understand why Pipson was calling those pauses so early on. Because if this is what he's
T1, yeah, I think T1's going to do good, man. That's my bold prediction.
Yeah. It must be frustrating to see
I think T1 again in top 4.
Earlier on in the season.
Oh, we've heard about this squad being scrim gods for quite a while, even last year when things weren't going to plan. Now Cloud with that extra bit of time as a leader. Things have definitely been looking a lot better. Now the net timing here could be everything. A couple of players left in this corner. Playing within the smoke, of course, still only pistols, no weapons to be found just yet.
Zen?
With that smoke down, they may just opt to try and
that's like my...
Yumpy on the other side.
That's probably my 5th team at the moment.
Would be nice,
if not 4th.
He has other ideas.
They've left it late here.
We'll see. We'll see. I can maybe add them as a 4th depending on how they look in the next couple of days.
They put that there? And they are on the low buy. We've already seen. I mean, something Arrow was comfortable with doing even in those second rounds.
Right, big buy round.
Inside of smoke with a shorty. No reason to think that's not what you're facing off against there. They do very well on BBL to find that opening. But again, Westside proves to be such an annoyance.
No, Chinese teams, I'm really down on the Chinese teams. And I think it's all Tyloo's and all gamers for. I think it's actually, I'm really down on the Chinese teams, and it's just purely because of the teams that aren't going to champs, man. They've scarred my brain, dude. I don't know how those teams came 5th to 6th. I can't comprehend it. I cannot get over it. It's one of the biggest anomalies I've ever seen in Valorant.
8 rounds versus Liquid, but as you said, it was basically based off one man having a
It makes no sense. What I saw in playoffs, no idea.
Today, especially.
How those teams are coming 5th to 6th.
Look at the pressure already being put through. Cloud, just off the back of the drone, will catch Yumpy off a wallbang.
Nice echo location.
I do think Billy and DRG look pretty decent, have a good map pool. I need to probably ignore that.
So many weaknesses, but they don't look.
Damn, bro, it's the first buy round and they literally just spam and then wait for a reaction.
And although it's recovered on, that's still an advantage for GX. It's weapons down mid-open, and BBL left with no idea where that hit will eventually come in.
At least for now, it seems like they have the right idea. Sociable
nice
getting
shot.
the info, and again, looks to be...
This guy loves this map. This guy actually loves this map.
They say lightning never strikes twice.
Fair play, dude. There's no way he does it again. He got like 36 kills the other day in like, what, 20 rounds or something mental?
But that happened on the last map too.
Just loves this map.
Well, exactly. He was the one putting up the early round, and well, that was more or less the
He's
last
absolutely
heartbeat
bailed them out, by the way, as well.
coming out of BBL. But in this map, we know the heights that he can reach, how deadly the deadlock can be. And that might just light the fire under them. Get BBL back into thinking they can win this one.
I love the nod. He's like, I know who I am. I know what I can do.
There's going to be plenty more of that.
If you guys could, like, you know, help. Early stuff, though. Immediate stun, but they don't check for Prophet. He was sat in the corner, goes for a little bit more, and is punished for it. It's a round that, as I said, in the last match,
Honestly,
GX were able to convert them. They were right back
I like
to winning
Giants to be
ways.
okay on that. It's not the worst map to lose your duelist. No smokes is pretty nice.
BBL have had to give up
Chalu, how we doing, mate? Thank you so much for the tier 1. For the 32 months,
behind
dude.
the drone there, thankfully, this was a big
Long
swing
time.
for BBL.
Great shot.
They see that and start to rotate. Magnum peeps out on mid to see who's about. Well, Sociable has managed to fly under the radar. He'll just be tucking in Petra, and with the play coming towards A, maybe that can amount to an early flank. The good thing here, take a look at the utility in play for that attacking side, and they don't have anything to really cover their back beyond the camera, but they do have all the information thanks to the hat off the head. West side.
Yampy did pretty good on this one. Ult doesn't hit anything. Well, it's another 2v3. Sociable's alive again.
3v2 post plan.
Set them up nicely. Already, they'll spot a man at the back corner, but Grabinio's goal is
Nice
almost
idea with the
just
spam. Thought they were going to make triple or double swing.
First shot already goes,
Hey, very nice. Force him down to an eco. 1, 2, 3 that can't buy next. You can get 2 okay guns. BBL here, but it's Giants' go to try. Snowball again.
The annihilation from Sociable, it looked like it was going to connect. He was so close. A pixel or two in the other direction, and maybe he has that. Maybe that turns the tide of the round in their favor, but instead, GX are able to set up into this 3 versus 2.
Nice,
They've got time on their side. Tuck in, wait for the push, an immediate punish afterwards. A 3-1 start, and it is reminiscent of the previous map.
Yeah.
As I said, if we see GX
Got another
start lights out here, a lot of the hope for BBL
another
making
outlaw
it to
here.
champion starts to
Try and
fade.
funnel
And
the
this
ecos.
round, there should be no contest, really. It's a couple sheriffs, and already it's down to literally a couple, just the 2 of them left.
That seems to be the difference right now. GX have not only got their players hitting individually, but you look at those fundamentals. I'm talking about moments where you have an advantage, you play together as a group, you have those timings off the swings, like those calls have been pretty much perfect all the way through the match. Okay, a flash or two has gone amiss, but that's going to happen sometimes. Sociable will at least get 1, but
Dude, they look so nice, man.
just look at where Yumpy is.
Winning a lot of aim
There's any
drills.
way that
Even the aim drills they don't win, there's always a trade ready to go.
How careful they're being, checking all of the angles, making sure there's no cheeky positions that can be found. And well, the round is over. It's more so can Yumpy make it costly.
What's truly terrifying about this is yesterday we saw moments where Levin was overextending, like 4v3s given away because he was feeling it. And even on the
looking at
ISO
this
where
as
I
well.
think his ults were honestly horrendous. But the
Who
actual
started the
round-to-round
double
play was
duelist
there, the
meta?
utility was
I mean,
there,
double duelist
but
has
then he would
always been
overextend. He would overplay
prominent
his
on
hand.
certain
So
maps.
far, he's not even drawn
Split's
the
probably the
cards to
most.
overplay. He's got 2 kills in this
The most used one
series
throughout the years.
So far, 0 on this map.
The team that
He's been
kind of
shut
forced
down.
it the
And
most,
if it was attack side here,
probably,
maybe I'd have a little bit more to say.
probably
Oh, he's
T1 this
trading out
year,
the space
kind of
and so on.
forced it the most.
But they are diffing him. And someone like Arrow, who started
Paper
out
X
this
used to
season
force
as,
it quite
I'll
a
be
lot.
honest, a bad duelist. It looked like a bad pickup. He was not
Certain
playing
maps,
that well. He would have a
Sentinels
good
with
map and then a
cans,
horrendous
right?
map. He's now come into form at just the right moment, and we're seeing Levin fade away.
That's
It's always been a bit of a thing.
At the right time, and the fact is,
Beginning of the game, loads of people doing it.
GX will look at the changes they made, the players they took from.
But it's only started
tier
becoming
2
more
and maybe
prevalent
more so
on
the
maps
player
this
they took
year
from
because
another
of
team within the VCT.
Yoru just being a beast. People just realized that
All
Yoru
of
could just
those
replace a
paying
lot of
off right
the
now.
flash initiates.
Side and Cloud have been there a little
Okay,
longer than the
big
rest,
buy
but
rounds.
Flickless,
BBL on this one. Don't want to fight over towards middle.
Really do look like some of the best
Want to just
signings
hold over
we've seen.
towards the sides.
Look at Arrow already. So
And
much
God, this
space
is rough for
taken. In
BBL
fact,
over towards site here. Let's see what they're gonna do. Oh, why does Westside feel like he...
Westside's second death on this map so far.
I guess because they were spamming here and he thought that that would be the closest guy.
BBL to play with. The players on site are under pressure. A split coming through market and backside taken and planted on. With no intention from GX to push further into that setup, they will simply hold the backside. It does leave them a little bit boxed in. Means Magnum can fight from one side while Profek comes in from another, and 3 players in market. This will be a very quick hit. That ult gave away the position of Flickless. They need a hero to step up on.
There's a little bit bold from Giants, really.
Desperately low and dealt with.
To put the ult into this one in the 3v5, I think he should, especially considering the scoreline, probably just try and do a little bit of damage. Might be one of the first mistakes Giants has made, really. It's been so nice from them.
But they'd already taken B main.
I mean, actually saying that, I think the 2 rounds they lost on Ascent was their fault.
One of the players that did the best in that scenario was Magnum, repositioning, knowing the ground they lost and knowing the ground that they needed to keep hold of. And that made it so that there was kind of nowhere else for GX to go. I don't mind the use of the Rolling Thunder to sort of push themselves into a gap, but that gap was held. Well, BBL, they are going to get themselves back onto the board, but once again,
yeah, they're in that situation though. I will say,
we're yet to see
there's 2 people that can drop, so maybe it wouldn't count as well. So yeah, just BBL would have to eco if they lose this. Just about to get that ult cycle as well, so it should become a little bit easier for them to get some rounds.
He's not looking shut down, and so many young guns who've had this kind of poor performance at the... Oh no. Challenge on Westside's a dangerous game. I mean, they saw the cam there earlier. Sociable knows who's on the other side, but he wants to show he's the king of Sunset. Yeah. Now at least he will push Westside back.
Well, this map control is fairly important for the defense. If they can hold on to that, then it means they can gamble elsewhere, have a little bit more control into middle. It seems like maybe after the last round, GX have realized, okay, we can't allow them to have that. But they're going to at least explore the map elsewhere. Potentially try and get middle at the same time.
He walled himself in, and as that breaks, I mean, Westside might be thinking that he couldn't be there.
Does he get around the corner in time?
Goes up to allow him to retreat.
Big distraction over towards market. Stays silent over towards main. They have no idea that he's this close. Ah, dude, Sociable. Look at him go. He should be so dead. Just getting wrecked from the site here.
The play on mid, key for Cloud, and at least he'll get one. Keeping the numbers even.
Oh, it's a ratty angle, though.
Yeah, maybe the dead comms could be a little bit better from Magnum there, from what I saw. They did not stay on top of numbers.
1 versus 2. Otherwise, that pretty horrific back and forth will continue. GX could extend their lead, and to be honest, from this point, should. They've managed to make it back into main. So many angles that Profek needs to clear, so many positions that he would have to get past before he can even look towards any of these players. And with that spike already ticking a decent amount, the stun going through, he's avoided it, but they don't need to swing this. They don't need to get aggressive again.
Very, very nice. Every single time BBL win one, they lose the next, and their money gets absolutely wrecked. Do they take a hit here? Profek can drop 1 Guardian, make sure that he can buy util. And they got 11's ult. They could buy.
A Gordian not. All they need to do is slice through, but they refuse to draw their sword. But that's not the case here. It's been nothing but sharp gameplay from GX from start to finish. They're looking clean. They're playing together. There's always layers to the peaks they're going for, and it's night and day to the squad that we saw starting out this season that we imagined we would see here today.
Sad strat with Soval.
Hero rifle. Saved over for Profek. It's gone immediately. Hunter's Fury used alongside it.
Oh, that's
and that's
strong.
already going to get the tag onto Magnum. The one piece
good news for BBL is they ecoed here, so it doesn't matter. They got absolutely wrecked. It's a great strat from them.
Dominant these rounds are becoming.
Delayed the plant to make sure they could get the orb as well.
They delay the plant to make sure that
they look so nice.
Orb can be grabbed by Cloud. I'm all for Sociable. Maybe he gets one. But this is
They've
what I'm
shown the
talking about
2025 skin.
control.
When you say they've
And there's
shown the
nobody
2025
overfacing them,
skin,
getting too aggressive.
do you mean it
Maybe
got
once the
leaked?
time
Or
ticks
do
a
you
little bit,
mean
they'll consider it, but even still, it's going to be
Valorant
another
has shown
in-zone
it?
flawless. We've had so many of them throughout this series so far. GX just
Show
looking
Valorant?
like a
Oh,
different
okay.
beast.
Leggings, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 18 months. Thank you, thank you.
Saw it at 6-1 on the previous. By the time we talk about this map, you said, at least at an eye test, it looks like this is the better half for both of these teams. This is the favored side, and on the defense, there has been not much to report back on, other than that the attackers are dominantly winning most of the rounds, that they look clean on GX, and no surprise that BBL are going to call for that timeout. They've now got a few ultis, they've got weapons, and if they
they
fumble this
ecoed
round,
full
the
this
lead
round.
going to GX already looks so daunting.
And they have the ult advantage.
Feels very difficult for them to try and turn this. I'll be honest, and a lot of that is because I'm just impressed with what GX are actually doing. They have seemingly a set game plan.
The trailer? Yeah, we'll watch it in the
I
halftime.
can't fault any of them. Like every single one.
Will we be seeing an off-season ranked grind? I think so. I think pretty sure Weber said he was in. Nilzinho definitely wanted to. We got to persuade Mini. Mini will do it until he realizes that we're getting stream snipes.
But it's nothing to do with that at this stage. I think GX
It might be pretty fun when we're low rank for a bit and we can triple
like
Q. That'd be good.
Top to bottom, everybody's performing,
Because the 5-stack always just gets stream sniped.
To the point where, well, unless we are going to have Pacific and EMEA.
I did sign up for it, Fio. I did what you said.
This might be too late anyway.
Well,
Yo, do I need a controller for that?
Wanted to see what seemed to be a clear 3-0, and then it comes back. So, if anything, blame Kakuka for this one. This has been an incredible performance from GX.
Big buy round. Giants want to keep it super simple again, just straight up sight hit. I mean, it's a great call at the moment. BBL do have a wall, that means they can fast flood over towards sight. They give one, and that guy's fully gone. Damn, I love this from Giants. I will say some teams really struggle against deadlock ults. It feels like they're very good, man. They just straight up ignore it. Loads of teams fall into the trap of just like trying to get him out, trying to spam. I think you just accept it. Unless it's like insanely situational where you have the time that you can spam them out, but like it's so good to just ignore it. They recon back a site to take back a site, right? This was cool, especially with the wall. It worked really well.
What are the new ideas, coach? And they get to approach it from a position of calm, and evidently that has worked wonders.
Yeah, I think as well. Like even just look at this round.
Yeah, what did
like,
you say? Where are you?
When somebody gets caught by the annihilation,
Controller give me easier. Yeah, maybe I get one.
In towards that ultimate to try and save your teammate. Arrow was not doing that. He was taking space. He was fighting the remaining players. He was trying to remove those threats. Sure, here and there, there's a couple of exit kills for the side of BBL, but when you look at the economy and how much it's thriving for GX, they're not going to mind too much. They just wanted to remove those guns.
I see that old connect.
Dude, just recon wreck them. My goodness. Trying to deal with a neon at the same time there's a recon back of sight. Yeah, people are getting good with delayed recons, man. It does just win rounds if you can distract heavy enough. And when you got a human decoy in terms of neon, it's sick. Ult strat with an Omen over towards top mid, they wall, it covers the ult, and at the same time they push over towards middle. It's pretty nice. I know they've lost everyone here, but I like that. I like the idea.
We're going to have the greatest finishes. The spam actually doing more damage onto Grabinho. I think Profik has done well in moments to sort of hold on to that spawn control. This has been one of the better scenarios we've had. I think Levin, with the ultimate online as well, means that he could take that extra little bit of space. It's going to make it difficult for Grabinho to hold on here because that ultimate should just fry him, but he's trying to reposition to almost give his teammates opportunities. Ara is the first point of contact. Flickless trying to set him up with additional utility. Now Ara in that corner.
Very nice from BBL. How did they get the first kill in middle? Just spam?
Back onto the board, but once again,
Spam went maybe?
Going to sound like a broken record. They are yet to streak any rounds together.
Yeah, every single time they win one, they do lose the next.
Cooking, and I think for GX, you see here again, good delay, But BBL's response, that's inspiring a little bit more confidence. Paranoia fault line go through. They stop 2 iterations of pushes, but BBL approach it together. They come in, flood the site, Magnum's left the market while everyone else comes from spawn. And that's what gives them the advantage against the scattered forces of GX, overwhelming those individuals. And again, the op of Levin finding something. But so many of these
wall
factors
to fight
that we look
behind.
at for
It's looking
BBL
like
is almost always being online, like Levin, have not been there consistently. Yumpy's having a really tough game, and with 3 rounds on the board, we need to see them show up. This could still be a 7-5 half, and then we can forget how dominant it looked at the start. But if GX win these last 2, it's again going to be a gauntlet for BBL to run to just get back into the map.
Bear in mind, throughout this series so far, BBL have 5 rounds, and none of them have been in tandem with each other. They have all been singular rounds. So right now, there's a chance for GX to take us straight back to regular programming and make us forget that these individual rounds even happen. They have ground themselves to a halt at early default. I think the rounds that they've lost have been going into that spawn hit and getting surrounded by the BBL players. The more direct takes, other than a sociable 4K, have succeeded every single time. And once again, they look to go for this B split.
Oh, Profek spotted ahead, but he can't quite connect the kill. Paranoia ready, though, for this play coming in through the market. Magnum still loses.
Where's everyone else, though?
Arrow was blinded up near side.
Where's everyone
But
else?
somehow still wins that. I don't think
Oh,
he was
boy.
close enough to see. And another for Ara. He is dominating. Running through the site. He's going to run through this smoke, I feel, standing there as he did before with a shorty in hand, waiting.
The 1-man mid
for an
crunch,
invader
yeah. I mean, the
of
util top
smoke.
mid was good,
As it
but
fades, I think we might see Yumpy in that corner fade too. Paranoia is good, slows down the push once more, but this time GX have the numbers. And as Yumpy steps forward, he'll find one. But Ara's itching for this fight. It'll be a 3-man swing when he finally gets contact. Ara with a third, but he's shut down.
One
Yumpy,
bullet.
we said he had to show up. He's had 4 already. A chance for all
Actual
5.
one bullet.
The read is right,
Oh.
but the bullets, he's out of ammo.
Ah, it's
Romania
unlucky.
shuts it down in the end.
dude, imagine he picked up another gun there. It's a little bit hard. It was a nice try. Dude, the mid crunch looked rough though, but was it our stun at the top mid here that stopped them from actually sending it?
It would have been one of the most crazy clutches we've ever seen, but again, Grabinho is that safe pair of hands, 6, 10, and 6, only behind the aggressor of Ara. Oh, it was close to being something special, but close doesn't win anything. 8-3.
Said so.
Already that's as bad as start goes. Hunter's Fury thrown in. Magnum will be there to even things up immediately. A much more aggressive fight at the beginning of this
Yeah,
round.
at least they don't overheat on this one. I say as Magnum's insanely committed over towards middle. Is the door closed behind him?
Well, all but west side. There's a man happy playing on his own.
I know exactly where you are.
Old top.
Yeah,
Left side now knows.
it makes a lot more sense for what was going on.
Out the gaps. And it will be an immediate push towards this B site. Rolling Thunder stops them, pushes them off the
Dude,
site.
Ara
BBL
does so
locked
much in
out
this
as the
team,
plan
man.
comes through.
He's great
Could
to
be an
watch.
attempt from Levin to quickly reclaim that space. It looks like that's exactly what we're getting. Ara on the other side, and Ara delivers the double. The nail
they're trying
in
to
the
nerf him by
coffin
team
of this
flashing him.
half for BBL. As they seem to be locked.
Look at him go,
and it's
bro.
This man doing the heavy lifting. 17 and 7. Maybe 18 by the time we finish. This has been a
Damn,
masterclass.
what a round,
from
mate.
Ara
What a
from
round. He's
GX.
doing so much. He's actually
The
doing so
desolation of
much. He looks
BBL continues
incredible,
into
to be
map
honest.
number 2.
Yeah, it's
Such
just
a good
been
pickup for them.
phenomenal half from him individually. We spoke about
Aristaz with the tier 1. Thank you with the
at
31
the moment,
months.
he's
Thank
the
you,
one
thank
that's
you.
getting snapped. We'll have to see if there's anything left in the tank for BBL. Otherwise, it could be 2-0 after the break.
Your body knows a sense of victory, seized when mind,
Chat,
movement,
let's
and
check
gear
out the champ. Check out the champs bundle. What's going on now? Gold, gold, gold. Yeah, it's the only pixel. He really got his own skin. Wait, they stole my bit. That thing's kind of cool. Okay, I mean, I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks nice. Not the biggest fan of the knife. I don't care too much about the knife, but the Vandal looks pretty nice. The ending thing where you can spam the wall looks pretty good. I imagine loads of people are gonna be drawing certain things on walls at the end of rounds. So I don't know how long it lasts for on the wall.
They will be watching the tournament
but you know for sure that's going down in your rank game.
It's one thing to miss out on the event, but missing out by one round and bombing out of the lower bracket, that's something you'll carry.
We got the stack track as well. Stat track.
For GX, they were a team that I believe at no stage could have made it on points.
Got how many rounds to win?
It made anywhere near the playoffs. They needed a crazy run all the way through. And that crazy run is looking like a reality. More and more as the rounds go on. Ara has definitely hit championship form. A chance for his first ever champions, but there is a recovery. A 3v3. Pistol not done
Such
just
a big
yet.
Joe.
Bear in mind, GX have won all of them so far.
Hoping he's around the corner already.
Magnum will meet the same fate.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, Rubinho left alone. A loss here
Well,
for BBL.
they've never needed a pistol more.
We might as well pack up. Rubinho, 12-7, had a good game. Still relatively healthy coming into this fight.
What's your first feedback?
The 2
Is
versus
in
1, one of the best chances.
the drawing on the wall?
Now in their favor. They're playing back
Drawing on the wall or the knife?
Rubinho. This looks way more
We've
like
had
it's
this knife
planned for
before
May,
though,
but it is a little
chat,
open.
no?
He's
Or am I just
suspicious,
fully wrong?
and now he's down to 12 HP. That should be it done. No chance anymore.
I think the actual
Apparently
skin looks
held by
nice though.
Profek as well for the second that entry comes out. Although they've just cleared it. They've missed the boat. He's managed to thread the needle.
Yeah,
right
Pansy,
through.
no
He's
doubt
gonna
about
sneak
that
up.
one.
This could be a freebie on one. He's looking the wrong way, but so is Profek. Now it's a 1v1.
Time's
Yumpy,
insanely
he
low, but
failed
it
the clutch.
smokes.
The 1v1 against this very man in the previous half, but now's his time to put up a round. Halfway diffused already. It's stuck by Rubinho, but Yumpy won't let it fly a second time.
Personally, I think you've always got to smoke that, but
It's a lifeline. That's about all we can say for BBL thus far. It is a lifeline, but a well-needed one. Ara started this round off so well, honestly. This man has been unstoppable in this lower bracket run. A player to fear, no doubt about it. Come on, boys! Come on, boys! They at least managed to get themselves their first pistol of the series. A conversion should be fairly likely. Only a single sheriff in hand.
it's great if you talk about pistols. 3-1 at the moment. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they just saw him cross.
I think we just end it here. They have cleared it. Orb to be gained. With a post plant, with 4 classics on the other side, there's even a question of, do GX just die to the spike?
Yeah, it could be the play. Deny some of those orbs, so many valuable ults on the side of BBL. There's something about Ara against BBL that he seems to hit another level. I think back to the second game of this stage, when they played their opening, he was mid, I think less than average. Then they come up against BBL, he drops 31 kills on Lotus. He was massively positive in the series overall, including map 1. Big reason why they were able to win that. It goes back to middling after. I don't know if he's just got like some sort of grudge against Pal, but he certainly
Giants
shows
did
up
pretty
for these
good here.
games.
Oh,
9-5 though. BBL starting to heat back up, starting to find their footing.
I like the try on that. I mean, they did good just to make sure that they didn't actually get anything extra for this. So
2 rounds in a row in this series thus far. It's not a great stat, but at least that trend has been broken. I'd say as well, like, if you go back to that early stage.
I think the champ skin should have some element of the place that it's being held.
Maybe he doesn't like them either.
Or you want like a baguette instead of a dude. Honestly, baguette instead of the flip knife, butterfly knife. I'd be in for it. Golden baguette. That'd be sick, dude.
Side. This is where Westside becomes
I think you're on something.
more scary. This is where he has setups. This is where, well, we just saw a post about whether he's the best Sentinel in EU if we don't count Nats, which I'd probably agree with if we're not counting Nats, but maybe a little bit of a way to go.
Yeah, I think you're on something.
#1 overall.
Oh, well, Arrow was setting himself up to take Magnum, but he's already been dropped. An immediate flood back in from GX to backside. Cloud and West Side, one blinded, but the other still more than capable of hearing all the ruckus going on. Sociable's looking the wrong way. I think he even heard the steps of Corbino. That's a big mistake. The advantage is piling up in favor of GX, and sure, they connected 2 rounds in a row, but that was off the pistol. Once there's weapons back in the hands of GX, it is regularly scheduled.
It looks so easy.
Double digits
let's get into the buy v buy.
GX just a few strikes away from taking Sunset.
Yeah, it's a bonus, but it was a strong bonus as well. So I don't even think we can look at that and go, okay, they got a kill or two, that's not bad, because ultimately there were moments in the rounds where you looked at it and go, okay, if they can find a gap there. I'll say as well, Magnum has had a fair few moments in this match where I'm looking at it and going, was that gamble worth it? Like, trying to take that space, we saw it, I think, in the first half as well, swinging into mid when there's 3 players waiting for him there. Especially on this defensive, on this attack half, him having those lurks.
Cover going out.
We need to see more. More GX. Definitely going into this defensive side. It has been the attack where they've got the majority of their round in recent games, but they are no slouches. That's not a bad start, though. Spoke about the Sentinel of Westside. He's gone.
Oh,
and you know what?
really?
Cloud will join him.
I mean,
I think that's the first opening duel we've
nice
seen
off angle.
find in
He's
this
actually just
series.
peak perfect for it.
Compared to Ara, who I think is 10-4, somewhere around that margin.
Not bad.
He's been doing bloody well. And Levin immediately following up with a second BBL, storming the site, finding the plant, finding the round. This is what we want to see, a confidence builder for them. And this map is far from over. It just gets worrying
Picking out
thinking
the
about
util
how
as well.
previous went, thinking about how
it is very
the rounds
nice
that
though. This
they've
might be the
won,
first time
some
in
of
this
them have been
whole
close. And they've been
this
flashes
whole
in
game.
Japan. The rounds the GX won,
Do they have
look
to eco?
repeatable. It's all fundamentals playing together, whether
I
it's in
mean, this could be a
retakes or on
buy.
other
The
hand,
only
pushing
person
into sites. It
can't
looked
buy
like
is
the most
Cloud, and
the BBL could put
it
up.
should be a
was
drop
never a
here.
roadblock. It was
Still
a
no
speed
eco
bump.
yet for Giants,
And
but
GX just took the airtime as they hit it hard.
maybe this one.
Well, the remaining 2 players are going to be able to hold on to their guns, and I think that should allow them a purchase going into the next round. A couple of players with a bit of cash to spare. Flickless should be able to drop one. Does mean there's going to be no break just yet for BBL, but I think
pretty
it's also something you
important,
mentioned earlier in the match.
pretty
Just seeing
important
Levin
round
having
this.
a round that I think you can ultimately say he won, because they have been few and far between where we've really seen this guy have the same impact that we know he can have.
What is this one from Giants? We're absolutely sending it. Breach stun early, Omen flash, send it.
First opening duel, but something
Bounce recon, Omen flash goes out. Damn, it worked well. It couldn't have been any better in terms of the person that was stuck in it. Very nice. It's cool set strat.
They finally win around with flying colors.
It's a big call
and
from Giants to
immediately
go for it as well.
The mask is ripped from the ship. GX 4 versus 2.
There's some ults here, though.
They did great to catch out the ult, the AMP.
Potentially isolate one. Hunter's Fury being used.
Oh, Yumpy puts his ult into it.
Bad start.
Nice.
Yeah, before this guy was close on him.
Yumpy not wanting to take that risk. With Annihilation available, that could be another drop. Now, they already know there's going to be players here, but there isn't a position that I feel like Sociable can use it from. He does immediately. He's waiting, but Grabinho is just that little bit quicker. Now Yumpy's left to do it all. One being pulled away. He finds that first.
Holy man, big 2v4. What a 2v4 this is. First puts them down to an eco as well. Yeah, they needed some kind of momentum like this, any kind of big rounds. They've been close to getting them, but this is the actual first time they got one.
The form Ara's on, this one might have been done in their favor.
I mean, they went all in, really. They double ulted.
They tried to punish, but Cloud is there. But what a recovery. Sociable finding the pick, getting the ult, and then landing it perfectly, leaving the IGL alone, but he delivers.
Well, he
got loud.
One
great rounds.
Right?
1 in 10, yep.
He's now 9 and 13. The 4K that wasn't
Okay,
quite
they
an ace definitely helped with that.
They finally have to eco. We've only really seen them eco once they lost the pistol. That's it.
When the blood gets pumping for BBL, they are a different beast, but even still, there is no doubt in my mind that, as you said, those are repeatable rounds. There's only been one victor, and that team is still.
It sounds like there's 50 of them over towards B main. They keep going through the cage.
To work with, but this should be BBL's chance to build again on that previous round. They've got rifles. They're up against pistols. GX
and an overdrive
stacking towards the B site. Yes, the overdrive from Ara actually probably the most terrifying of all. If BBL choose correctly, there is an easy site take towards the A site. Of course, we can see that. They certainly can, I hope. But they are making the right call.
One over towards middle. Brought over towards A. Maybe hit some rotates. Yeah, I mean, he can hear the rotates. They're going to take a timing against an eco. Whoa.
They're just going to rotate back.
When flash goes in, Ara might as well go for it, to be honest.
Great read from BBL.
Ult should run out before it has any
impact.
Yeah,
I think you should just go for that. But
Magnum gets the timing. It is definitely a gamble. TP into the back of the site.
Using a lot of ults on an eco.
It's only weaker weapons
19
here.
seconds left.
Need to start landing.
Recon's flying up the map.
The spike has made its way onto the site.
13
Still yet
seconds.
To be planted already. One for Gravino, a second for Gravino. He's been having a great game. He might even look for a little more, a third one. This shouldn't be possible. Magnum at least dropping one more, but Gravino still standing. Magnum may even
shots,
have
bro.
to ace
the hell's
it
going
just
on
to
this
drag
round?
them through the round, and Arrow has now found himself a rifle, but he has been spotted. That second player catching him in a net. Well, that time ticking away for Ara, trying to bait them into the fight once again. Magnum doesn't want to fall for it, doesn't want to turn this into a 1 versus 1.
Okay, very nice. I mean, Magnum bailed them out a little bit. Absolutely sick shots from Gravino. Let's see the double now.
And Gravino, well, they did a good job there.
A bloody good job. They came into that with the right read, Tom. They went towards the site that only had one player after baiting rotations to the A site. After Magnum hearing those rotates, then catching the play back in the other direction. In terms of the early round,
that second shot
of the puzzle came together for BBL.
insane.
And they still almost fumbled it. A big play needed by Magnum. He gets 4 kills. If he whiffs even one of those shots, gives Gravino a second bite of the cherry, and that round goes to GX. This is worrying because, again, we need to see that comeback. It's only a 2-round gap now, but we know how quickly GX can run away with things.
One thing I'll say for BBL, they're one of the few teams that I actually think winning rounds like that is better for them. Like, you see them screaming, you see them getting pumped up. Those players that have maybe had quieter games, adding a tally, adding a round that they can call theirs. That's the only worry I really have for GX. Like I said, if you're talking about who has been the better team,
Giants
I
just
don't
win
think
this
it's
round,
arguable,
right?
but who's building
What
into
ult
this
gets
map
them
now?
over towards Saint? There's 3 person here. Cloud has a recon. They got cage to delay. Recon goes out. It's all about the recon, really. Dude, I do think people could benefit from heavy pen gun over towards market.
Pressure towards the backside for Westside, who does pick up one, but Gravino trying to help out in the smoke goes down. Backup comes in, and in fact, backup is the name of the game for GX. They step past the smokes, and then Westside runs through them. He's already picked up 3. It's mayhem on the site.
Yeah, this guy B main's gonna do it no matter what. Cloud steals it. Pretty sure he had it. It's a lovely round from Westside. A little shake of the head. I mean, they had so many numbers here, it looked hard for them to take back a site.
They brought it close in the last one. But Westside, I said, the terrifying thing of going into this defensive half is that you have to walk into this man's realm. No! He's proven himself.
He instantly apologized.
As one of the best sentinels in
He
the
instantly
region right
apologized, alright.
Well, because of that, BBL need to take a pause.
What's in the Pacific teams going to champs? I mean, I'm so fine with it, man. I just hope that, hope DRX,
was massive.
I mean, they'll use their time well.
pretty decent. Three rounds to the good for GX.
The good news for DRX is
but I think even on our side, there is a part
they're probably the
that's
best Abyss team we've seen.
starting to have some belief that it's possible.
That is everything.
Their map
That's
was
what
good
I've
for them.
heard from one side of the stage. This timeout,
What do you hear from the other side?
I can't say it on air. Their mottos are for behind closed doors only. But a 3-round gap. It is
I
a
think
hell of a
Abyss is
recovery.
good.
It's a
No,
downside
I mean, it's a
better
bad
than
map,
what
but
Song has said. And from
it's better than
9-3
Icebox,
down,
so
I agree with you. They're the ones
it's
building
technically
up
a
into
win.
this. This timeout is where things need to.
I think
course
so,
correct,
yeah.
and
I'm
typically,
sorry.
I mean,
You
coming
guys
out
are
of
second
timeout,
best
it's
though,
not
if
a
that
stat
helps.
I think I've seen before for any team, but BBL certainly feel like one of those teams that.
Yeah, when
has
you
the
get them in
highest
your group,
success
though,
rate once they call that
I'm
timeout
down to
of
see an
putting
Abyss. That's
rounds
all
on
I'm
the board,
saying.
that round at least directly afterwards, and we've even seen it in this series. Think back to Ascent. Problem was they found one, and immediately GX went back to winning ways.
But the other problem
They might change
here
comps
is
again. That's true.
this feels like almost all their
might
credits
do
on the
that.
line.
They might be the best of the map and then change their comp on every single. But the good news is now the DRX don't look that good, so if they do change their comp on every single map, then we can't be too angry at it. It's much better than the opposite way rounds where they look great at every map and then they change their comp up. Big force buy for BBL. This is pretty much the round for them.
BBL lose this round, it might just be the end of
No,
the map.
I mean it's over if they lose this.
Slow approach from BBL, the net cast wide. Nothing caught just yet as GX are playing so passive, void of information. And we actually saw this in the previous round where they were just keen. At one stage they thought about putting a drone through.
Oh.
And I said about
They
slow and
absolutely owned
steady,
him on this.
That's anything but.
Trying to catch
Hunter's
numbers
Fury
behind it.
flowing
3-person
through. I
stack
don't know
again
what
over
gave
towards
away.
B. Cloud still has Recon. Recon goes out as the Omen Flash goes out. Very hard for them. Dude, this is going to be so hard for them to plant. They get so much space.
It's
a great shot.
Something for BBL, but now they're way behind, having to fight their way through, and Flickless keeping up the trading game.
Oh.
Caught with an arrow out. He
Oh.
almost won that.
Still,
Magnum's
again,
down
so
to
hard to
13
plant
HP,
here.
and the pit will fall. Sociable soon to follow with 12 seconds left. He needs to plant, and he's surrounded.
Very nice, man. This Sova ult off the insta drone is so good from them. Okay, 4 chances for Giants.
They're going from strength to strength.
they
Dealing
look
with
so good.
Westside has been nightmare fuel.
I feel like
Yeah,
Cloud
it.
is
Drone used,
just
and
playing
off the contact
really well.
with the drone, Cloud knows exactly where he's using it from. That is just a perfect read to get rid of the initiator from the opposing side. I was going to say, like, whenever I see the Hunter's Fury in Cloud's hands, I'm always nervous. I think that's why we saw the slower round. If you go aggro, he's going to hit you with it. Instead, you lose your initiator off the fake. It also reveals that there's nobody else there, and that allows them to gamble back on the other side. Perfect use of a singular ultimate that wins GX around. And what I said, just look at what's left for BBL. It is a jumble sale buy.
And looking at last round as well, just to say, I'll always criticize
Yeah,
a Viper.
I mean, they should be
leaving the
popping
Viper's
ults
pit.
here.
I think it's one of the worst plays. Magnum had to. They were too far behind. They needed a
Nice
bit.
shot, man.
Arrow with another opening here as
Dude,
Magnum
he's one of the
falls.
best ops we got in
And Arrow might be
EMEA
under
right
pressure,
now.
But he's got his wall to get out. No intention of doing so, though. Still tucked in the corner as Gravino holds down short. Now Ara steps up with the op again to drop Yumpy. And although he falls, it's a 4v2 that he's left his team in. A chance to have 3 maps in a row.
Didn't
where
catch.
any one
Yeah, it's
win
unlucky.
will lock them in for champions. What a return to form, a reawakening of GX. Sociable.
Dude, they look so good, man. It looks so nice on this. It's a little rough for BBL, but I still think John's looking great.
1 map away from seeing that trophy in person.
God, they have looked impressive through both.